Benjamin Hooks was all about getting rid of discriminations in society. He traveled across the country doing that.
Dr. Hooks made a substantial commitment of his personal life to do what he did at that time in history.
I can remember when he was on the Federal Communications Commission, he opened doors for blacks in radio and television.
The spectrum of his work was more about understanding, because in so many cases, when you understand something, when there's more relevance or context around anything, you become enlightened.
The Hooks Institute's mission is teaching, studying, and promoting civil rights and social change. The Hooks Institute relies on its programming. We are an academic center at the University of Memphis, but we try to stay true to the legacy of Ben Hooks. And being true to that legacy means that we have to engage the community and we have to make an impact on the lives of people. Because many students see the civil rights movement as a distant relic of the past with perhaps no relevance to their lives. But that could be a tragic and fatal mistake. History teaches us how not to repeat the past. That's what we should be learning. Now, whether we learn it or not, I think is debatable, but that's our goal, is to make sure that these history lessons are learned.
The Duty of the Hour, the documentary about Dr. Hooks, is important because it goes back and places emphasis on the city of Memphis during this racial strife. And if people watch that, they come away with a sense of, my God, all of that happened in Memphis, and people coming together to fight against the discrimination that they had through the years, they were able to accomplish something. I would like to see the Institute concentrate on our youth, because that's where you will be able to see growth later on. Our youth need to understand the civil rights movement and the struggles that adults went through.
The mission for the Hooks Institute is to teach, study, and promote civil rights and social change. Unfortunately, I don't see a scenario where that's not needed in the immediate nor distant future. So as long as there are issues that warrant discussion, I feel like the Hooks Institute has a role and can flourish. It can flourish here in the Memphis community, and if we can use Memphis as sort of a microcosm for issues that face the country and potentially the world, then why not start that dialogue here? Why not start it here at the Hooks Institute at the University of Memphis?
The Hooks Institute has the ability to brand itself as that center for change, for influence, for understanding, for a broader sense of what you can do as a group because of who you know and what you do and where you do it.
I see it in multi-levels. I think one is to educate people about where we've come from, because oddly enough, a lot of people aren't aware where we are now, and being, I guess, clear about the facts and statistics as they are, and then figuring out how do we take those bleak statistics that we do run across to change them for the better. So it's the more of the past, present, future is how I see the Institute being a voice in the community and the country and the world.
I think that African Americans and others who believe in the highest ideals of our Constitution, that people are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And if we want a great democratic country, then we collectively have to work for that. And I and people like me should be an example of the fact that the efforts of people like Ben Hooks and the Hooks Institute are toward that effort to create a more just society.